This video is specifically about the angles in an isosceles trapezoid. And in the video before, we had a statement that the base angles are congruent. We're going to try to use that on these two example questions. So please take a second to look at them and understand the difference. In this first example, I drew in the line of symmetry. And you can see that the two angles that are labeled are on the same base. If I fold over, I have them matching up. They are congruent angles, so we are going to be able to do part equals part. This example, however, is different because if I fold over, there's not an expression to go with angle F. And if I jump down here to angle H and try the strategy of folding over, there's not an expression to work with for angle H. So this will be a slightly longer process because I don't have the congruent angle labeled with an algebraic expression. So let's take these one at a time and look at the solutions. This is the first example where I'm able to build a part equals part equation because the two expressions that I have are congruent base angles in the isosceles trapezoid. So angle A is congruent to angle B. Again, the vocabulary word, they are base angles, and they are congruent because the trapezoid is isosceles. Ran off the camera there, sorry. Finishing up my solving steps here. Scoot a little bit more. Just like when we're in class, I run out of room. X is 9. Wow, I miss you guys. Big sigh. Pull up so you can see the whole thing there. So again, these angles were opposite each other on the line of symmetry. They are congruent, so we were able to do a part equals part equation. This is the second example. Pulling down a little closer so I can hold the paper with my elbow there. If we fold over the line of symmetry, we do not have algebra for the congruent base angle. Same thing down here. If I try to fold over the line of symmetry, I do not have any algebra labeled for the other base angle. What we're going to do in this case is a copying strategy. Just pick one of these to do that for. I'm going to pick the 6x, and when I copy it, it would go for angle E. Ooh, wrote too big. You can still read that. And then next, what I am going to do is something that we saw in our lesson before. We're going to return to same side interior angles, the C shape. They are supplementary. So we are going to be able to do the equation part plus part equals whole. So I had the 6x that I copied, the 3x minus 18 in its original location, and the whole is 180 because we have a set of supplementary angles. Combine like terms. So again, please watch for this copying strategy if you follow along the base and the other angle's not labeled. And when you do this copying strategy, you only need to do it once, so I just happened to pick this shorter base and copied 6x. So I had an expression to work with for angle E. Be well.